Conor McGregor has officially lost the appeal to his sexual assault lawsuit, right? Conor McGregor got sued for sexual assault by Nikita Hand. We talked about it a lot on the channel, and he has officially lost his appeal. Also, Nikita Hand finally speaks out about Conor McGregor's appeal, guys. We're going to get into that as well. What does this mean for Conor McGregor? It's pretty sad because 3 judges have basically agreed that the trial should have basically ended out that way. Conor McGregor trying to say that there were problems in the trial. All 3 judges saying no, this was a completely fair trial, and kind of makes it even more crazier that a jury made the decision that Conor McGregor had allegedly raped this girl, sexually assaulted this girl, however you want to put it. So let's talk about it, guys. So as you guys know, end of last year, there was a trial about an alleged sexual assault from Conor McGregor to Nikita Hand that took place December 2018. They were in a hotel room, and Conor McGregor alleges they had very, athletic, consensual sex. Both people enjoyed it and whatever. However, Nikita Hand tells the story very differently, says she was scared for her life in there, says that, there were times where she felt like she wasn't even going to see her daughter, literally, terrified for her life. A few days later I think actually a day later, I should say, went to the hospital. And then a few days later, was what I meant to say, went to the police, reported it. The police decided there wasn't enough, evidence to actually try Conor McGregor. So they went the civil route. They are in a civil lawsuit. That is what happened last year. We saw Conor McGregor go through a very close civil trial that, I wasn't sure where the, jury was going to go because, even despite how you feel, right? Even if you feel like Conor McGregor's guilty, if you feel like he's not guilty, the jury might not feel the same way you feel. So you never really know. So it's always, I'm always curious to see what are they going to pick. They all decided Conor McGregor was guilty. And it didn't take that long, honestly, to decide that either. I mean, I think that the jury did want to look at some evidence. I think the jury definitely did consider Conor's side a lot. But I think they went with Nikita Hand, which, as I said, if you look at the physical evidence, there was a lot of physical evidence going against Conor McGregor. And I got to say, it's really disturbing to see. I mean, seriously, it is. If you actually look at a lot of this evidence, it is crazy. We've talked about it before. The physical evidence is something that is extremely, extremely hard to just deny at this point. I don't know, guys. But Conor McGregor, after, not happy, put out a lot of tweets talking shit about Nikita Hand. And also, he said he was going to appeal this trial right away, saying that he was not guilty. He was going to, keep standing. He was going to present new evidence that wasn't shown at trial, right? We were all waiting for this, guys. And I know, take a seat. It's shocking. Conor had no evidence. I mean, seriously. We talked about this in a video, I think a month ago, a couple weeks ago. Conor McGregor had 3 things to appeal. These were the 3 things that he decided on that I guess were things that were wrong in the trial. One of them, and these judges absolutely just, I'm going to be honest, guys, obliterated these reasons. I mean, absolutely just obliterated these reasons. I mean, the first 2 of Conor's complaints are a bit trivial. One of them was the fact that Nikita Hand's lawyers, and in my opinion, I think this is definitely the most legit, criticized Conor McGregor for initially giving no comment to police. Now, this is tricky for multiple reasons. I mean, I think everybody has a right not to give comment to the police, whether you're innocent or guilty. I mean, you know what I mean? It doesn't help you talking to police at the end of the day, right? They're going to use whatever they can against you. So I'm fine with that. And not only that, guys, it's a bit misleading because Conor McGregor did give a statement to police later. He initially didn't give a statement and then gave a written statement later on. So it's not like he didn't work with police at all. It's also just misleading. The judge actually did agree with this. The judge just said, look, it wasn't the right ruling, but it's not enough to completely retrial this thing. And that is about the most success Conor got, because the other one, the judges just absolutely showed how ridiculous Conor was being. One of the, I guess, the wrong things that Conor's lawyers allege that the judge did was give the jury bad instructions about what sexual assault opposed to assault was, and saying that maybe the jury thought sexual assault was mixed up with assault because the judge's instructions were too vague. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't think it takes a genius really to, separate sexual assault and assault. But this is what Conor's lawyers think. This is what Conor thinks. The judges absolutely obliterated it, said that the instructions were pretty clear as day and that any jury could pretty much follow it. So there's most likely no chance that, these juries got it confused, especially because apparently the judge at one point in the instructions equated it to rape. So I think there's definitely a big difference between rape and assault. So I don't think that these juries at all confused, Conor McGregor for assaulting Nikita Hand. Is like, wait a minute, did I just try him for sexual assault? There's a difference? What? No, I don't think that happened, guys. Now, the last one is the biggest part. This is the biggest drama. We talked about it before, was the fact that Conor McGregor got himself in a big controversy. Even, like I said, he could land himself in big trouble, possibly a big fine, possibly prison time. I don't think prison time, given Conor McGregor's stature, given how much money Conor has, how much, he could pay lawyers. Doubt this guy would be going to prison for this, but Conor McGregor handed in 2 new affidavits, and they were from Nikita Hand's former neighbors, and they alleged that they saw Nikita Hand's, I guess, partner at the time beat her up around the time of the sexual assault, literally that same day. And Conor McGregor is using this to say, hey, her old partner beat her up, and is saying, I did that, right? And is saying that I had no part in this. She's framing me. Somebody else did it, and that is why she had those bruises. It's not from me. And the thing about this is this seems like pretty bombshell evidence, except for the fact that Conor McGregor's attorney mysteriously pulled these affidavits away from the court about a couple weeks ago, which is a big deal. The courts, I guess, don't like this, right? Like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not trying to seem like a legal expert here, but this is what I'm hearing. Apparently, the courts do not like this. You can't just pull it away. Apparently, this is considered even this is perjury. This is, fraud. This is some serious stuff that this basically literally all it is like a PR move. I mean, it's literally just to get headlines out there to say, oh, look, there's new affidavits, there's new evidence, and there really isn't any evidence. And all that does is hurt the victim in all this. I know that a lot of people probably don't think she's a victim. I mean, you know what I mean? I think that there's just so much evidence against Conor McGregor. I think at this point, too, even just, I guess I don't even think it's safe to say anymore that Conor McGregor is innocent. Please, in the comment section below, explain the physical evidence. And if you could explain that and you come up with a how did she get this? If you could figure that out, okay, fine, then I understand. But how could you be confident if you can't even figure that out? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. There is no evidence bigger than the physical evidence. I don't care about the CCTV footage. We've talked about this before. But I'm getting off topic. They pulled away the affidavits, and the judges absolutely flamed Conor McGregor, calling it unprofessional, just calling it a joke, just calling it low class, a low bar, I believe is actually what they used. And from there, they said, look, Conor, no chance. The judge made all the right decisions here. The trial, it went out how it should have. You should have been found liable for sexual assault. Remember, guys, not guilty. It's liable for sexual assault. And that is how it went down at the end of the day. Conor McGregor lost to 3 judges. I think it ends here. He is ordered to pay Nikita Hand. So Nikita Hand gets her $200,000, guys. So this is what Nikita Hand had to say. She made a statement outside the courtroom. She rarely speaks publicly. She did make a statement the day Conor McGregor was found civilly liable. Thanking everybody. Let's see what she has to say. She apparently says she's ready to finally move on. Yeah.
I'd like to thank my legal team, the Rape Crisis Centre and the 3 judges who delivered the decision today. I'm also deeply grateful for everyone who supported me, those who believed in me and stood by my side throughout this long and painful journey. This appeal has re-traumatised me over and over again. Being forced to relive it, what happened has had a huge impact on me. To every survivor out there, I know how hard it is, but please don't be silent. You deserve to be heard. You also deserve justice. Today I can finally move on and try to heal. Thank you.
Do you have any message for Conor McGregor?
No message for Conor, as expected, guys. So Nikita Hand here giving a statement, like I said, rare statement from Nikita. Nikita gave a statement one other time, says that this appeal has re-traumatized her, having to relive the memory, probably having to go through affidavits, probably having to retell her story, having to do media appearances like this, where I'm sure she's very uncomfortable. So all very traumatizing. And there's just so much evidence. I mean, seriously, like I said, I think I've said this before on the channel. I mean, if you're talking 50-50, I absolutely agree where the jury's coming from. More likely than not, Conor McGregor probably did this. Seriously, if we're going to use our brain logically, it seems like that. That's what it seems like, but that's my opinion. I got to be very careful with how I phrase these things. Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Check out my last video, also talking about Conor McGregor, but this time about his drug test, him coming back. A little bit of a different type of conversation, guys. You guys are the best fan based MMA. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the notification bell for live streams too, and I'll see you guys in the next one.